this government is that they do not care.
Okay, all right.
That on the night of flood, when people cannot find places to sleep, when your citizens are struggling, some had been flooded for 3 days. You have these people that we have entrusted our resources in, sitting at a party at Labadi Beach Hotel, taking awards and accolades, which they have each paid 50 and 25.
I say, earlier this month, I received a letter from an organization of Ghana Ministers of State Excellence Honors. Ghana Ministers of State Excellence Honors. Now, that letter now Ekacheni said, Oma Ajajano as the best CEO of the year. Now, Omo inviting so Ombe receive award at an event scheduled to take place at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Now, out of caution, the one who won Ghana awards, no, Dr. Ewan Nedia Kaka Honintino, or decided to obey catching the staff said, Omo for organizers no monje clarity on wine no more organizer awards no tumin bang again criteria ben no more the yes awards no ene again dwumadie ben no more omaye bida actually say ombetimi enya that credibility our organizer this awards na ho no discover say ansana award ni yede beba no two options obe provide sponsorship package of 50,000 Ghana cedis today. Organizers will treat cash down and yet postpaid assembly cash down 50,000 Ghana cedis. And I say over top dinner table for 25,000 Ghana cedis. It's a dinner table, one better table, no so I'm over call. Jawa, you better serve more malt, you better serve more fried rice. Oh, top 25,000 Ghana cedis. The table among Monanko for 8 at now chain. In other words, no, or say, and sana ministers for Nensabeka award, no, as already 50,000 cash at 4. I'm not casted, Abby. And ya dear, or then on for the chance and way. Ain't he watching on aside? Nene a piena, obi edi another appointee of President Mahama who yaupa. Or say, Nanko Pia Beka sa fake awards in one, and no be to say Professor Gyampo. Because on no expect say, Obia, why any PhD dear? Nanka ninim diano away chili, the experience way chili, only what it takes to earn a certain credential. Inti on ma fake award and for no one. Ebe prove say oye juma and I say onye juma. Into the statement to dra another NDC communicator say from fake award. Do you remember? I recently wrote about fake awards and rankings in academia. Now today, no, we are confronted with another award scheme. This time for ministers and CEOs. Trust me, these fake awards will continue as long as people with low self-esteem remain in public office. Today, we have too many people with low self-esteem leading us. Some are now studying for master's degrees and different cocktails of qualifications in a rush to validate their newfound status. This is a phenomenon across Africa, particularly in Ghana and Nigeria. There is no country, I mean a properly organized country, where ministers and CEOs line up carelessly for awards. In a properly governed country, leadership is a huge responsibility and people see it as such. But let's be fair to the non-academics like Linda Okulu, A+, and Ama Kofi. But for Professor Gyampo, I will not forgive you. Because you are in academia, you need to maintain minimum standards. Academics who have truly and properly earned their credentials should act beyond mediocrity and low self-pursuit. You may not be perfect, you may not be rich, but too much knowledge should make you yet some minimum standard and expectations for yourself. In any case, what award is greater and a truly and duly earned terminal than a PhD degree. The truth is this: the journey through a PhD, becoming a faculty member, and producing peer-reviewed papers should make you frighteningly critical yet humble. Professor Kpasa White, thank you for upholding the academy. As for Professor Gyampo, will destroy everything. In a statement that on also or thereby a choir Professor Gyampo a 50,000 Ghana cedis. Say no also no Ninsabeka sa fake award nibi. Na Dennis Miracles Abuaje, I said the anyone cry a training from and say Nipa Oje best performing regional minister, a minister at the time. None the region in now flooded. In Kofobe Brene Lusuomo buildings, in Kofobe Brene Lusuomo properties, Kofobe Brene Demon Yemen Kunya assessing a bimo cameras in the Kakam. I say that is the time a normal budget so your best regional minister. Chapa say Tema Yedima in Kofwa Yedi or minor showman's a beanie ho, and your brain could see Dennis Miracles about Nancy Modi Tudor.
In fact, one of the most devastating flood disasters this country has seen in its history happened under your presidency during the first time. So you already know the Accra situation. One of the reasons why a lot of Ghanaians went to vote for you and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was because they felt that you would have learned something with the experience you had from the past. 8 years in opposition, you will come into office with experience. In fact, John Mahama said, His Excellency, and when I say John Mahama, please, let's assume I've said His Excellency. His Excellency said during the campaign period that we want experience. It was one of his mantra. Experience. And a lot of people bought into it. A lot of people. People felt that, you know what, let this man come. Maybe he's learned some lessons. There are things he's picked up that when you come for the first time, you don't get. So people were very hopeful. 1.7 million votes difference speaks a lot.
He's lamenting over the defeat instead of talking about it.
Mustafa, don't do that, I beg you. Let's have a very clean. Let's have a very clean.
So let's go to the.
No. Let's have a very clean conversation.
Yes, let's do that.
I beg you. Let's have a very clean conversation. 1.7 million is a lot. And so if you come to office on the back of an experience of a city that you have led before, go and read about the June 3rd disaster. This president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, immediately after the June 3rd disaster, set up a committee, instituted a task force. In fact, he indicated that he is re-engineering Accra. What happened? Assuming you didn't even have enough time to do it, you come back and you are telling me that you are now identifying the city's flood hotspots. A former president that some people believed and voted for you on the back of your experience. You spent 1.5 years out of your few years that you have in office to now identify hotspots. That is where the problem is. The problem we have this morning is that the people who live in Nana Krom and East Legon Hills do not hear from Mustafa Gbandi's statement a clear-cut roadmap that from Ashaliboche School Junction to Nana Krom as government director of operations, tell the people what your roadmap is and ensuring that moving forward, when it rains for 30 minutes, they'll be able to get to their homes. That's what they want to hear. Don't come and tell them about how the citizens are building in wrong places, how the citizens are not using the right designs. That is your business, not theirs. A citizen who lives in a neighborhood and has respected all the laws cannot go and enforce spatial planning. Spatial plan implementation lies with you, the government. So if you believe that the only reason why Nana Krom and all the other places are flooding is because of poor spatial planning, that is your job. Why are you telling us? Why are you telling us? Why are you lamenting to us? Your job is to fix it. Indeed, he sits here and he talks about citizens and listen, the person who made flooding in Accra and in Ghana Politica is the president. Have you seen the president's statement when he was in opposition? In fact, he said that he blamed Nana Ludanko Akufo-Addo squarely. He said it. He said it's the president of the country's responsibility to fix it. It's on his Facebook wall. It's there. The screenshot is there. I can share it with the production that they put it on the screen. So you knew that as president, your responsibility will be to make sure that when it rains, we are not engulfed with flooding. Okay. You're not telling us anything. See, let me tell you where